Hi everyone, today we're doing something a little bit different and this is just the beginning. You see me putting some oil on my hands, that's the herbivore orchid oil, and we're going to do a massage today. It's very much a lymphatic drainage massage, but not in the strictest sense. So I've borrowed a few bits from here and there, what I've learned about lymphatics drainage, and we're going to do it now. Any oil will do that you love, obviously not one that's going to be detrimental to your skin, and make sure your hands are well covered. So preferably I like a scent to my oil, just because it helps relax me, and this is what I'm doing now. Taking in big breaths, almost box breathing, and then I start with my hands gently down to almost the middle of my clavicle, and I gently massage from ear down the side of my neck just to warm up the whole neck area. And that is where all the lymphatic system drains, so we need to bring everything towards these points, just on the inside of the clavicle. And here I'm taking my hand all the way up behind my ear and down. And it's always good to completely turn your head away. And the pressure should be pressure that suits you, but don't press too hard. Again, I'm breathing in and out. Now start warming up the face. Did I say this is an anti-aging? I hate that word, but it's an anti-aging. So we're going to concentrate on lymphatic drainage, but also on lifting and sculpting everything upwards. So lift up to the ear, to the back of the ear, and back down again. Lift up to the back of the ear and back down again. I was trying to use my knuckles here, and that's why it looks a bit awkward. I'm used to just using the palm of my hand, but I wanted to show that you can do it with your knuckles as well, as long as they're well oiled and that you're not tugging at your skin too much. Should be able to slip and slide on your skin. So this is the other way I usually do it. I prefer it this way. At this time, I like to repeat things about 5 to 10 times. I don't have a hard and fast rule for it. You can see my candle is lit. I usually take this time out to just be really prayerful, really meditative, really take this time out just for me. And it really calms my spirit. It really energizes me. I like to do it in the evening, although you can do it in the day, in the morning, especially if you've indulged the night before and you're feeling a little bit puffy. It's always good to do a nice massage in the morning, first thing after your shower, and that will help a lot. Now we're going to the points at the beginning of the eyebrow. I don't know what this point is called. It's gone out of my mind just now, but I'm basically around the orbital bone, the upper orbital bone, and I'm just caressing to the temple and then back down behind the ears and down to the clavicle again. And every now and again, I'll repeat the clavicle. No, I'm not swearing. That's my ring finger. You can use your ring finger to go just under your orbital bone, your bottom orbital bone. That makes sense. Your cheekbone. Just feel all around there. Again, I'm not used to using that's just that one finger. I use a couple fingers, but I was trying to do things properly. So you can see my skin tugging a little bit, which really, strictly speaking, shouldn't. I should have put some more oil on my hands at this point. Right, the forehead, I usually brush upwards and then sideways back to the temple and again, and I do this repeatedly, back to the temple. And I can also do it with my knuckles, just gently pressing on my knuckles. Sometimes this can be a bit painful, especially if I haven't done it for a while, but it shouldn't be painful where it gives you a headache. That's going way too far. Or it's just a sign that your system was really blocked up. This is so amazing. Sometimes when you do the massage, you can feel your nasal fluids going back in the back of your throat. It really works almost immediately. Just to flush. Your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump, so we constantly have to drain it help it drain. Otherwise, it just blocks you all up. And that's me done. So I make sure I'm moisturized on my hands or any excess. And also, if I haven't done my skincare, what I would do now is put a warm towel over my face to just take off the excess. And then I put my skincare on, or I just go to bed. At this point, it was about 6 o'clock. I wasn't ready to go to bed yet. But I would suggest doing it maybe 20 minutes, half an hour before you go to bed. I clearly decided to do a little bit more on around the jawline, just to bring down everything behind the ear and down. It's quite addictive, this, I have to warn you. I would definitely encourage everybody to do this at home. Just take a few minutes out of the whole of the day to yourself and pray, meditate, gather your thoughts together while you do something for yourself as well. It's powerful. Touch is powerful, but even more so when you're doing something that is actually beneficial to your skin, to your body, to your health. And we're back with the sculpting the jaw. Scalping? No, definitely not sculpting. Sculpting. And also pushing any fluid that is around there all the way down. But also this is great for those of us who clench our jaws in our sleeps and then we get so tight. So I usually dig in under the cheekbone and really kind of loosen that tight muscle from smiling, from talking, from eating. Our face does quite a lot when you think about it. Whew, I feel relaxed just watching it while I do this voiceover. For some reason, I'm going back to do the same thing, but I tend to hold so much tension around there. So much tension. And that was feeling so good. This is a great way of doing your own facial massage since we're all on lockdown and can't get to a facialist, let alone let anyone touch our faces. Okay, so this is a repeat, I think, this part. But let's try and I will go over sometimes. I'll go over certain areas that I feel need a little bit more attention more than once. That's really up to you to see what feels good and what kind of time scale you have. You know, make it your own. Definitely going back and repeating the whole process. I'm not sure if I'll keep all of this. I might just edit it. But that felt so good. Can you tell I was feeling so relaxed? Amen. And it is a sort of prayer. It is a sort of spiritual practice. It really is. And I'm taking the oil all the way down to my elbows. Just getting ready for the night. And I would suggest you drink lots of water after your massage. And I'm done. Good night. And this is my face. Good night.